Have you ever noticed how you repeatedly choose partners who make you beg for their attention? Or perhaps the moment someone gets genuinely close to you, an invisible alarm goes off inside your chest, whispering that it is time to run. You blame your bad luck. You blame the modern dating scene. You blame your complicated personality. But the truth is much heavier than that. Right now, your adult relationship is being driven by a frightened, wounded child you once, placeholders in your past. You think you are making conscious choices, but you're actually just repeating a script written for you decades ago. Imagine a room. In this room, there is a person who deeply wants to be loved. Yet, every time their partner leaves the room for just 5 minutes or forgets to reply to a text, an overwhelming wave of anxiety suffocates them. They feel like they are dying inside. In that exact same room sits another person. The moment they feel that anxiety from their partner, they freeze. They shut down, pull away, and build an emotional wall. To the outside world, this is just a toxic argument. But if we peel back the layers, we see something entirely different. We do not see two adults. We see a 7-year-old child who was abandoned by their parents, screaming for reassurance, arguing with a 5-year-old child who learned that showing emotion leads to pain, shutting down to survive. Psychology calls this attachment theory. But let us look past the clinical terms. When you are a child, your brain is like soft clay. The way your primary caregivers love you or fail to love you becomes your blueprint for reality. If your parents were emotionally unavailable, chaotic, or hypercritical, your brain registered a dangerous equation. Love equals pain. Love equals performance. Love equals insecurity. As you grew up, you did not leave those rooms behind. You carried them inside you. Your childhood wounds created a lens through which you view every single text message, every silence, and every argument today. Here is the deeper insight most people miss. We do not look for partners who make us happy. We look for partners who feel familiar. The human psyche hates the unknown. If you grew up constantly trying to fix a broken parent or earning the approval of a cold father, your subconscious mind will view a healthy, stable, loving partner as boring. There is no chaos to fix. There is no trauma to bond over. So your mind rejects them. Instead, it seeks out someone who ignores you, someone who is emotionally distant, or someone who is volatile. Why? Because your brain mistakes the familiar anxiety of your childhood for the spark of true love. You are not falling in love with the person. You are falling in love with the opportunity to finally fix the original wound. Let us look at Sarah. Sarah grew up with a mother whose love was unpredictable. One day, she was affectionate. The next, she was cold and distant. Sarah learned to scan her mother's face for danger, becoming hypervigilant. Now Sarah is 30. She's dating a man who ghosts her for days. Instead of leaving him, Sarah becomes obsessed. She sends paragraphs of text, analyzes his tone, and loses sleep. Her friends tell her to walk away, but she cannot. Because to Sarah, the panic she feels right now is the exact same panic she felt at 8 years old. Her inner child believes that if she can just change this man's mind, she will finally cure the pain her mother caused. Then there is Michael. Michael's parents only noticed him when he achieved something, but criticized him heavily when he expressed sadness or fear. He learned to bury his vulnerability deep underground. Today, Michael is in a relationship with someone who truly loves him. But the moment his partner asks him what he is thinking or tries to get emotionally close, Michael pulls back. He buries himself in work. He picks a petty fight. He convinces himself that his partner is too needy. Michael thinks he's just an independent guy who values his space. But in reality, his inner child is terrified that if he shows his true self, he will be rejected, just like he was by his parents. But here is the ultimate twist that nobody tells you about these dynamics. We think we are the victims of our relationship patterns, helplessly trapped by the ghosts of our past. But we are actually the architects of them. The overthinker who fears abandonment will often suffocate their partner with suspicion and demands for reassurance until the partner, exhausted, finally walks away. And the avoidant partner who fears engulfment will push someone away so harshly that they end up completely alone. We do not just find partners who match our childhood trauma. We actively manipulate our current relationships until they perfectly mimic the exact pain we experienced as children, just to prove our subconscious bias is right. We recreate our own prisons. Breaking this cycle does not mean forgetting your past or blaming your parents forever.